Hello traders, Gary Wagner here. Just about 11 o'clock in Honolulu, 4 o'clock in New York. It is Wednesday, last day of November, November 30th, 2016, and this is the Daily Report for Gold and Silver. Precious metals prices absolutely plummeted on news of a stronger U.S. economy with the release today of the current Beige Book. That, along with a very strong U.S. dollar, has really put the precious metals under pressure. Gold trading off about $16 on the day. We're currently looking at continuous contract of COMEX futures, which in essence is spot, trading at 1171.20, down about 1.4%, $16 decline. Low today, 67.90, and the high on the day was 1193.30. Now, although we're certainly not out of the woods and under dramatic pressure on our current trade in which we are long gold, move over to our futures contract, this being February. As you can see, currently trading at 1174.60. Net change down 16, that's about the same, and the percentage change, but the low is different. 1171.30. Of course, we have stops below 1170. As I said, we are certainly not out of the woods yet. We still have this market under dynamic pressure, but this, as you will see as we'll look at some charts on today's show, is an absolutely critical level that needs to be held. If it's not held, I believe we could see gold prices move closer towards 1100 than 1200. We'll talk about that as we pull up our first chart. Silver also trading lower on the day, that off about a full percentage point at 1648.50. The low on the day is 1639 with a high of 1671. And a lot of it, not all of this downside move is due directly to a very, very strong U.S. dollar, trading up about 0.5% on the day at 101.46. Traders, we have seen this market absolutely plunge since the November 8th presidential elections were held here in the United States. We have pointed out that we have a absolutely critical area that needs to be upheld that comes in at around 1169, 1170, and that, of course, at this point is based upon spot when we look at spot futures here. 1172 was our effective close. Now, the reason this is such a critical level on a technical basis is simply a matter of where the market will genuinely find support and resistance. As I've said, we have plotted this basic fib retracement by looking at the lowest low achieved in 2016 to the highest high, and then plotting different levels. 61 is a logical place to look for a potential support in a market that's going through a series of waves in which we have an impulse wave, a move up, a corrective wave which should not move below a 61% retracement, and a return then to a impulse wave, meaning that the market's moving higher. We can certainly say that since the beginning of this year, which begins right here, this is our benchmark for, or our starting point, for 2016, we had a dynamic market move to the upside in which we saw it move from 1050, 1150, 1250, 1350, over a 300-point rise, and therefore, when we plot the 61% retracement, if we are going to remain in any kind of a bullish stance, and even with this retracement, if the market were able to hold this level, we would absolutely still have a bullish stance in terms of the models we are looking at. But a break below this puts that dramatically into question. And more importantly, on a technical basis, if the market cannot hold the area of 1169, then our next real target has got to be a 78% retracement, and that comes in at around 1110. And 1110 is quite a ways from where we are right now. When we look at this chart in terms of a range and activity between these price points right in here, of course, we didn't have anything at all this year because the market kind of just flew through there. So the only technical data we have this year is really an impulse wave moving up. That really doesn't help us. When we look at this top here or this top here, we are roughly in the area, but here we're just above, here we're just below, and this is really not a significant level. So we've got to go back to our fib retracement. Now, in terms of where the market rests right now, this is the spot price. But of course, we're going to want to look at most active contract right now, which is Feb Gold, currently at 1175, low today 1171. We can see that we're right on the line here in terms of the actual 61% retracement. We have had dips below that. We're looking at a daily chart. And as you can see, when we're pulling up something like the Feb contract, you have very, very little data as you go back to the beginning of the year because there wasn't really much activity in this contract. You really didn't get a lot of activity in the Feb contract really until about midway through the year. So absolutely a critical level. And then if it were to fall below this level, about 1120 is what we're looking at in terms of the Feb contract for our next real level of support. So traders, absolutely at a critical level. Our stop is, roughly $8 away from current price. It could absolutely get hit. We have not seen the follow through that we were hoping for, and we will have to see if this market can find some support. Because as I said, if it does not, we could drift substantially lower in terms of pricing by about $50, $55. And so traders, really one of the keys to the precious metals prices under pressure since the election held on the 8th has been the dynamic strength in the US dollar. To really illustrate that point, I have pulled up a monthly chart. We just looked at that in trending markets, and we absolutely had resistance at about 100 over the last couple of years, because you can see this being 2013, 2014, 2015 really marked the point in which the market had reached these tops. Of course, this market took off in 2014. It was trading at about 80 on the dollar index. And through 2014 into the beginning of 2015, we hit our first top at 100. Market retraced to about 92. Then we hit our second period of time in which we saw it have real resistance at 100 on the dollar index, but we have had a clear and utter breakout above that, and that has occurred over this last month. That's what we need to watch in terms of signs for whether or not we will see precious metals to continue to be under pressure, or if they can find some potential support at the areas that we have been looking at. This has been Gary Wagner, wishing you, as always, good trading. We will talk to you tomorrow for another daily update and review. Bye-bye.